new questions this morning for Boeing. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that Boeing withheld information on its 737 model, according to safety experts and others. That is the same model involved in the deadly Lion Air crash in Indonesia last month. And joining me right now to discuss that and a lot more in this Fox Business exclusive is the Chairman, President, and CEO of Boeing, Dennis Muilenburg. Dennis, it's good to see you this morning.
Good to see you, Maria.
Thanks so much for joining us. And this story in the Journal obviously is very concerning. What can you tell us in terms of what was told to the pilots and the airlines about any new equipment in that 737?
Well, Maria, first of all, I think it's important that we all express our sympathies for the loss of Lion Air Flight 610, and certainly our thoughts go with the families that have been affected. We've been very engaged with the investigative authorities throughout and providing all of the information necessary to make sure we do a full assessment of the situation. And the bottom line here is the 737 MAX is safe. And the safety is a core value for us at Boeing. It always has been, and we ensure that our airplanes are safe. In fact, this airplane went through thousands of hours of test and evaluation, certification, working with the pilots, and we've been very transparent on providing information and being fully cooperative on the investigative activity.
So what happened? Apparently there were 10 the computers about the angle of the nose were not accurate, and then the plane went down, all 189 people dead. Do you have a sense of what went wrong?
Yeah, as the Indonesian authorities have pointed out, initially there were some indications of an inaccurate angle attack signal that was being sent to the airplane. And of course, our airplane has the ability to handle that, and we have procedures in place. And we've already issued a couple of additional bulletins to our operators and pilots around the world that point them back to existing flight procedures to handle that kind of condition. So again, we're going to continue to support the investigation as it proceeds.
And was there, I mean, one of the Boeing officials quoted in the Journal today, one high-ranking Boeing official said that the company had decided against disclosing more details to cockpit crews due to concerns about inundating average pilots with too much information. Was that a decision now that you regret?
Now, again, we ensure that we provide all of the information that's needed to safely fly our airplanes. Again, this comes out of thousands of hours of testing and evaluating and simulating and providing the information that our pilots need to operate our airplanes safely. We'll continue to do that. As I said, as part of the process here, we've already issued a couple of bulletins to pilots and operators that point them back to existing flight procedures to handle this kind of situation. So we're going to continue to fully cooperate in the investigation. I think it's really important, again, the bottom line here is the 737 MAX is a very safe airplane, and we're very confident.
But was there a new system that wasn't disclosed to the pilots?
No, there are new systems on the airplanes that are designed to take advantage of the capabilities of the airplane and to provide control capability in high angle of attack conditions. And those systems operate properly. And again, in certain failure modes, if there's an inaccurate angle of attack sensor feeding information to the airplane, there's a procedure to handle that. And so, again, as part of the investigation process, we're going to make sure we fully understand that. We're going to make sure that we're providing all of the information necessary and the appropriate training, and go back to the core value here is that the airplane is safe. We know how to fly it safely, and we're very confident.
Was that information in terms of what to do should something change? Was that information available to the pilots? Did they know how to operate it should the nose be in a different position? Yeah,
in fact, that's part of the training manual. It's an existing procedure. So the bulletin that we put out again last week and over the weekend pointed to that existing flight procedure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know that you're answering lots of questions this morning and this week after this horrific crash, and you're going to get more information. What would be the timing on that? When do you expect to hear from the FAA on this?
Well, this is an ongoing investigation, so it will take whatever time is necessary to make sure it's done thoroughly. Again, we participate fully in these investigations. We've provided technical assistance. We'll continue to do that until the work is complete. It's very important that we do this in a diligent and thorough manner. Bottom line is we want to ensure safety in the system and continue to have confidence in the 737 MAX.